Ladies and gentlemen, let's be real. Everyone wants a simple way to make money with crypto. But the problem, most trading strategies out there are either too complicated, too risky, or just plain garbage. Today, I'm cutting through the noise and showing you a simple, step-by-step scalping strategy that beginners can actually use to make $100 a day trading crypto. No fluff, no unrealistic expectations, just a strategy that works. Now, if you're new to scalping, here's the deal. We're not looking for those huge, life-changing 10x gains. Scalping is about quick, repeatable profits, small wins that add up over time. We take advantage of short-term price swings, getting in and out of trades fast to stack up those gains. The best part? You don't need a massive trading account to get started. In this video, I'll break down the exact strategy you can use, step by step. I'll show you how to set up your charts, what indicators to use, and how to execute winning trades. We'll be using Bybit for this strategy because it has low fees, high liquidity, and it's the best place to execute quick trades efficiently. If you don't have an account yet, I've dropped a link in the description so you can sign up and follow along. So, if you're serious about learning a real trading strategy and want to stop gambling your money away, pay close attention because this could be a game changer for you. Let's dive in. Before we get into the step-by-step breakdown, let's clear something up. Trading isn't for everyone. If you're here thinking this is some easy, risk-free way to print money, you're in for a rude awakening. Crypto scalping is a skill, and like any skill, it takes time, practice, and patience to get good at it. So let's talk about a few critical rules you need to follow before you even think about placing your first trade. 1. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. I cannot stress this enough. If you're trading with money you need to pay rent, buy groceries, or handle basic life expenses, you're doing it wrong. Let me be brutally honest. Not every trade will be a winner. Some days you'll lose. Some weeks you'll lose. Even the best traders in the world don't win every single trade. That's why you should only use money you're 100% okay losing. Scalping is all about stacking small wins over time, but if you go in with the wrong mindset, chasing losses or trading with desperation, you're going to burn through your cash fast. Discipline is everything. 2. Understand the strategy before risking real money. Look, I get it. You want to jump in and start making money now. But here's the truth. If you don't fully understand the strategy, you're gambling, not trading, and gamblers lose every single time. This strategy is simple, but that doesn't mean you should blindly copy what I do. You need to understand why it works, when to enter, when to exit, and how to manage risk. If you're just following signals or taking random trades without knowing what's happening, you're not trading, you're guessing. And guessing is the fastest way to blow up your account. 3. Paper trade. First, no excuses. I don't care how confident you are. You need to test this strategy before using real money. It's called paper trading, and it's the closest thing to real trading without actually risking a dime. Here's what you do. Use a demo account or track your trades manually. No real money involved. Execute trades just as if you were trading live. Same entries, same stop losses, same take profit levels. Track your performance for at least 20 to 30 trades. If you're consistently profitable then, and only then, move to real trading with a small amount of money. Most beginners skip this step and jump straight into real trading. And guess what? They lose money. Then they quit, saying trading is a scam. No, you just didn't prepare properly. Take the time to practice, refine your execution, and build confidence before risking your hard-earned money. This can't be financial advice, but you can see here right now what I have on Bybit. I have a Bitcoin against US dollar tether. That is the market that we're going to be trading. And the first thing that we want to do before anything else, before we get into the trading strategy, is to first find the trend. Both macro and micro. What I mean by that is, what is the long-term trend of this cryptocurrency, and also the micro term. So we're looking at maybe even a period of 12 months, 3 months, 1 month, 1 week, and then we'll be getting into the 1 day. If you don't know where the market is going, you're basically trading blind. And let me tell you right now, trading blind is how you lose money fast. The first thing you need to do before placing a trade is to analyze the trend, both on a macro and micro level. Here's the reality. Bitcoin follows a long-term uptrend. We've seen this pattern play out time and time again. So what I can do is just take off all of these technicals right here. We can start with a clean slate. I can then go and click on these technicals, just press delete, and we can get rid of absolutely everything. Now we have the Bitcoin against US dollar charts in a candlestick, and we're using a 1-day candlestick right now. We have the volume of this trading pair down at the bottom here. What I want to do now is just zoom out and really just see, well, what is the long-term trend? And it's pretty obvious. Obviously, Bitcoin is in a huge uptrend, but there are many different trading opportunities and strategies. Within that uptrend, there are short-term sell-offs, pullbacks, and market corrections that offer massive trading opportunities, if you know how to read them correctly. We can see here that actually Bitcoin is in a really big short-term downtrend here. what we would really call a sell-off or just a pause for breath before another massive upsurge in the uptrend. So this is how you determine the current trend of the market. We analyze multiple time frames to get a full picture of what's happening. We start with 1 month chart. This gives you the big picture trend. Is Bitcoin in an overall bull market or bear market? 1 week chart. Are we seeing any recent shifts in momentum? Are there any strong resistance or support levels forming? 1 day chart. Are we in an uptrend, consolidation phase, or a downtrend? What's the short-term price action telling us? Any key breakouts or breakdowns? 4-hour chart. This is where we fine-tune our strategy and look for ideal scalping setups. Why do this matters? Here's the mistake most beginners make. They only look at the 5-minute or 15-minute charts and jump into trades without context. Big mistake. You need to understand the bigger picture first. Even though we're scalping short-term moves, those moves still follow the overall market trend. Trading against the trend is asking for trouble. If Bitcoin is in a strong uptrend, your best bet is to focus on buying dips and scalping upward momentum. If Bitcoin is in a strong downtrend, the market favors short opportunities. But as a beginner, I strongly suggest sticking to long trades first and avoiding shorts until you gain more experience. Markets move in patterns, and history often repeats itself. This is why looking at past price action is so important. It helps us anticipate potential future moves. For example, if you notice that every time Bitcoin hits a certain price level, it bounces back, that could be a strong support zone. If Bitcoin keeps rejecting the same price area over and over again, that's likely a resistance zone. These are key levels you need to know before entering a trade. Also, don't ignore external factors. Here's what most people don't realize. Bitcoin doesn't move in a vacuum. It's heavily influenced by stock market trends. If the stock market is crashing, crypto usually follows. Economic news, interest rate hikes, inflation reports, and economic policies all impact Bitcoin's price. Institutional activity. Are major hedge funds buying or selling? If big players are moving the market, you need to know about it. Before making any trades, always check the news. If Bitcoin is pumping because of some major announcement, jumping in without understanding why could leave you holding the bag when the hype dies down. Alright, now that we've identified the trend, let's talk about the actual trading strategy, the core of how we capitalize on short-term price movements and make consistent profits with scalping. What exactly is scalping? Scalping is exactly what it sounds like. Quick, frequent trades that take advantage of small price movements. Unlike swing trading, where you hold positions for days or weeks, scalping is all about getting in and out within minutes. The goal is simple: make small profits multiple times a day and let those gains add up. The beauty of scalping? You don't need massive price swings to make money. A small 0.5% to 1% move can be enough if you're using the right risk management and compounding your profits. Some scalpers place dozens of trades per day, sometimes even using automated trading bots to execute trades at lightning speed. But here's the thing, as a beginner, you need to understand how scalping actually works before relying on automation. Bots are only as good as the strategy they're programmed to follow. If you don't know what you're doing, even the best bot won't save you from bad trades. Here's the truth. Scalping is one of the fastest ways to improve as a trader, but it's not a magic money-making machine. If you enjoy fast-paced decision-making, quick trades, and actively watching the markets, scalping can be an incredible strategy. But if you're not willing to put in the time and effort, or if you get emotional over small losses, it might not be the best fit. Now, if you're still with me, that means you're serious about learning this strategy. So let's move on to step 3, setting up your chart and indicators, where I'll show you exactly how to prepare your trading setup for maximum efficiency. Let's go. Now that we've covered the foundation of scalping, it's time to set up your chart properly so you can identify trends and entry points with precision. This step is crucial. If your chart is a mess, your trades will be too. We're keeping it simple with moving averages, one of the most reliable indicators for scalping. Here's how you set them up on Bybit, or TradingView if you prefer. The way that we go ahead and add some technical analysis is we come up to here to the technical indicators on Bybit. Now, if you're using a different platform, there is going to be this icon somewhere. You can see that we're actually using TradingView. TradingView is a separate piece of software that you have to pay for. If you have Bybit, it's free. So let's come up to technical indicators. I'm just gonna put moving averages in here very simply and click moving average. Now you can see it's already popped up here. So I'm just going to press that 2 more times to get 3 moving averages onto the chart, and then we can change this. So we can come up to the first moving average, and we're just going to change this. We're going to make the line a lot bigger, and then we're going to change this to a 5-day moving average. So the length right here is 5, like this. We're going to press OK. Then on the next moving average, we're just going to change it again. We're now going to change this to an 8-day moving average, and then we'll just change the style. So we'll make the line a lot bigger. We'll probably put that in green, just to differentiate it a little bit, and we've got that there. After the 8-day, we can come to the third moving average, and we're going to make the line bigger once more. Just change the color. Why don't we go for this nice blue to make it differentiated, and then the input, we're going to choose 13 days. Press OK. Now what we have on the chart is 3 moving averages: the 5-day, the 8-day, and the 13-day MA. The shortest term moving average reacts fastest to price changes. This helps spot quick shifts in momentum. 8-day MA, slightly smoother, acting as an intermediate confirmation. 13-day MA provides overall price direction, reducing noise, and filtering out fake signals. A moving average just smooths out the price action of the chart. We're going to use these in conjunction with each other. The reason we use multiple moving averages is simple. When they align in the same direction, it's a strong confirmation that the price is trending. When the 5-day moving average crosses above the 8-day and 13-day, it signals a buy opportunity. When it crosses below, it's a sell signal. If you're new to trading, don't clutter your chart with unnecessary indicators. Advanced tools like MACD, stochastics, and RSI can be useful, but they also introduce complexity that beginners don't need. Keep it clean, keep it simple, execute with confidence. Now that your chart is set up, let's talk about time frames, because scalping is all about speed and precision. You're not holding trades for hours or days. You're in, you're out, you're collecting profits. Right now we're looking at a 4-hour chart, and that is just not going to work for our strategy. For scalping, longer time frames won't work. A 1-hour or 4-hour chart might be great for swing trading, but it's way too slow for scalping. Instead, you want short intraday time frames, where you can capture multiple small price movements in a short period. Here's what works best. 1-minute chart. Ultra aggressive scalping. Great for traders who want to make many quick trades per session. Requires fast reflexes and tight risk management. 3-minute chart. A balance between speed and signal clarity. Faster than a 5-minute, but smoother than a 1-minute. 5-minute chart. Go-to time frame for most scalpers. Provides clear setups without the excessive noise of a 1-minute chart. For this video, we're using the 5-minute chart because it gives a solid mix of opportunities and stability. But experiment and find what works best for you. Some traders love the 1-minute chart, others swear by the 3-minute. What matters is that you pick a time frame and stick to it consistently. Switching time frames mid-trade is a rookie mistake. If you find that scalping is too fast-paced, you can move up to a 15-minute chart. But keep in mind, the longer the time frame, fewer opportunities you'll have to trade. Scalping is all about quick decisions, rapid execution, and stacking small wins. Now that your technical indicators are set up and your time frame is locked in, it's time for the real action. How to execute high probability scalping trades like a pro. Let's break it down step by step. All right, so now that we have our technical indicators in place, it's time to spot the right entry point. This is where discipline and patience come into play. The goal here is not to jump into a trade randomly, but to wait for a proper setup. The kind of setup that gives you a high probability trade and stacks the odds in your favor. Before entering a trade, we're looking for a very specific pattern with our moving averages. The 5-day moving average crosses above the 8-day and 13-day MAs. This signals that short-term momentum is shifting upward. The MAs should be converging before the crossover. If they're far apart, it's not an ideal setup. The price should have pulled back slightly before moving up again. This ensures you're not chasing green candles, which is a common mistake among beginners. Let's say Bitcoin has been trending upward, making higher high and higher low, and you see the 5-day MA starting to cross above the 8-day and 13-day MAs on the 5-minute chart. If the price has just pulled back slightly and is now moving up, that's your entry signal. This means buyers are stepping in and it's time to ride the momentum. If you're a complete beginner, I would suggest just limiting your orders to buyer orders. Of course, there are ways that you can actually sell as well and short the cryptocurrency. There are ways to do that. You can maybe use futures and leverage, but that's definitely for intermediate and advanced users. So if you're a beginner, I would suggest just being a buyer. So waiting for the price to come down and then correct itself. Waiting for all of these moving averages to converge together to an upward move and then buying buying going long and then looking to take profits when the price is higher. The reason I say this is because if you look at this chart, there are many opportunities for advanced traders to make lots of money betting against the price movement and going short. You can see this move here is a down move. But let's come right into the chart and I'll show you these moves as we can see. So we can see the 3 moving averages right here. And because we are a buyer, what we're doing is waiting for the price of Bitcoin to come off to a lower level, to then consolidate at this level, as you can see happening here, and then to move higher. Now this is the area that we would trade. So I'm just going to put an arrow on right here so we can see this is exactly when we would enter our trade. Now you can see these 3 different moving averages, the 5, the 8, and the 13, are all converging and aligning into this upward move right here. Now the moving average we want to place most emphasis on is the 5-day moving average, because this is the one that follows the chart most closely. If that moving average moves from below the other 2 and crosses over them going upwards, that is a bullish sign for the price. As a buyer, that's what we're trying to do. Buy low and sell high in this instance. So as this moves across the other 2 moving averages, this is our buy signal. We therefore want to enter a trade at around this price. We can see on the chart, this price is around $78,458. We want to enter in at this level, and then we also, very importantly, hit a stop loss in there as well. Entering a trade is just one part of the equation. Knowing when to exit is what separates smart traders from gamblers. No matter how confident you are in a trade, always use a stop loss. Period. Scalping is about small wins and controlled losses. If a trade goes against you, you need a plan to cut your losses and move on. A stop loss is a secondary limit order that tells the system to sell out of the position if the position starts moving against you. So I would personally put a stop loss in around this level right here. So let's draw another one on the chart. This is where I would have a stop loss. You can see that the price tested this level many times. So I would put a stop loss in around about this level, and if the price got down there and this indicator was wrong, I'm out of the trade, cut my losses, move on to the next one. We can see though, as it actually played out, that this indicator that we're using did actually play out positively for us. So we would have got in around this level, and then you can see the movement to the upside right here. We did very, very well. Now when exactly do you trade out of your position? Well, actually, this move right here is around about a 1.8 or 2% move. Now for an intraday trade, that is really great. If you opened a $10,000 order right here and then sold for a 2% profit, that's $200. And you're done for the day. You can close your laptop and go and have a nice drink. That doesn't always work out though. So how do we actually systematically go about this? There are 2 main different ways. The first one is to look for an amount of profit, maybe 0.5% or 1% move to the upside, and say that on average, that would be a good profit for you. When it does hit that, you enter a limit order to sell there, and that's done. The second way to do it on a trading system is to use a trailing stop loss. That means that when the price moves up, your stop loss level will also move up. So if we set a stop loss down here at around 0.5% below our entry point, when the price moved up, the stop loss would also move up and keep a 0.5% distance from the actual price. This is exactly how scalping works. Small, consistent wins that stack up over time. Now let's be real, not every trade will be a winner, and that's completely fine. The goal isn't to win every trade, but to limit losses and maximize profits. Good trading is about probabilities. If your strategy wins 6 or 7 trades out of 10 while keeping losses small, you're still profitable overall. With a 1 to 2% profit target per trade, a $10,000 trade could yield $100 to $200 per successful trade. If you manage to get 2 to 3 good trades a day, that's $200 to $500 daily, but only if you stick to the strategy and don't overtrade. If you want to try this strategy, sign up on Bybit or BitGet, links in the description, and start testing the system with small trades. Let me know in the comments if you've tried scalping before, or if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next one.